Happy full moon, everyone. I apologize. I am propped on a park bench at the moment because it's the only location right now with a clear view and very quiet. We've got some live music and festivities around us, so people are there. I wanted to get some cards pulled. I am going to start with the Soul Cats, and then I am going to pull a Black Moon Astrology card to cross them in honor of tonight, and I will be back for a midnight reading. I absolutely love watching the moon set as the sun rises. If I'm lucky, I might even get that behind the Cleveland sign in the morning. I saged and good protection before I walk down. I'm going to give a few more shuffles. Whoop. This is too many. We're going to take these two here. Oh. Eesh. It's three now. Let's see if I can get through all of these. We're going to start. The King of Wands was our first. Also, he was followed by Justice. And then we've got the King of Cups. So, King of Cups, King of Wands, and Justice. And I wonder what moon card's going to come over. We're going to start with the first, which was King of Wands. Oh, look at that sunset. How vibrant. If y'all haven't figured it out, or I haven't said it enough, I am addicted to the sunsets. King of Wands, when you play with fire, you better know what you are doing. Otherwise, everything around you can burn to the ground. You do not need to come to this level of mastery by accident. It takes time, energy, and focus. Of course, we don't need to come to this level of mastery. You do not come to this level of mastery by accident. It takes time, energy, and focus to learn how to work with fire, for it is an unpredictable force. The guidance. Fire is an important element of life. You need it for more than you may truly understand. Fire also lives within you, and it is that fire which causes the most amazing transformation in your life, but only when you use it with humble. I know that word. Sovereignty? There is no place for the ego in the fiery realm of the King of Wands. Therefore, be mindful before you try to play with him. This king doesn't just burn, he bites. Protection. Your inner fire is the one you need to learn about first, for it is the one that can cause the most damage. What burns inside of you tends to burn outside of you. Check your inner fire. It is one thing to burn with passion or even desire. However, it is quite another to want to burn the whole world down with anger and fear. Ooh, all right. Justice. Ooh, there he is. Or she is. Another quick view. Interrupt. Oh, got some boats out there going by. Not everything in one's life has equal value, nor can this value be measured the same from one aspect of your life to another. This is why the scales balance when it logically makes no sense. This is why the scales balance when it logically makes no sense, and other times do not balance when it looks like they should. The weight of conditions versus outcomes will never make logical sense. Instead, you have to trust that the results are exactly as they are meant to be. Guidance, it can be hard to see the best outcome for all involved when you expect a result to land in your personal favor. Cost and value aren't just terms of reference for money. They are also how justice decides on her ruling. In other words, what will it cost yourself and others if you win? How much value will the result add to you and all involved? These are not easy questions to answer, which is why to balance the scales, it is not an act of logic, but an act of faith and protection. Sometimes it is best to not get what you want. To be denied now means having a happier future. What seems like the perfect fit for you in the moment is the worst that can happen to your future self, which is why justice has denied you this particular win. The win you want will be set up by the conditions of this present moment ruling. Ooh, look at him rush it up. All right, justice. We're going to hop on over to the King of Cups. And I hope he has a little more uplifting. These were all in the upright, so that is a good thing. There are many currents in one's life. Some flow with the natural expansive energy of the soul, while others will pull you under the water's surface and try to drown you. The King of Cups understands the complexities of these currents. He has learned to identify them and knows how to stay away from the undertow. If you let him, he can show you how. Guidance. There is an opportunity for you to find the flow in your daily life. The waters of your experience are all running together to create movement and change. All you have to do is allow yourself to enjoy the ride. It is important to understand you do not control the flow. You merely hop in the stream and steer your vessel. With this energy in your life, doors will open and your daily tasks will be easier than ever before. It will feel like you have all the time in the world. Whew. I need to learn to go with the flow because I would love to feel like I have all of the time in the world. Although today, I've kind of taken the day as if I did, at least the second half of it. Anyway, moving on, we got another card to pull. Protection. Be aware of how you're feeling right now, for you may find yourself in the undertow if you step into. I got to restart that. I got a little distracted with folks coming by. Be aware of how you are feeling right now, for you may find yourself in the undertow if you step into the moving waters of your life. Before you take another step, check that you are not feeling struggle, doubt, or fear, as these emotions will not take you into the flow of the current. Instead, they will pull you under the depths of distress. My reading abilities are a little off kilter today. I apologize. Well, those were our soul cats, and I am going to do a quick pull on the Black Moon Astrology as the underlying energy energy crossing our two kings and justice. Not getting a lot of ambient color after the sunset tonight. I'm kind of impressed that we haven't had a bunch of fireworks already starting to go off in places. These big cards really do not fit my hand well, but they are beautiful. I'm definitely a small deck girl. Whoop. Oh, I can't take all of these. We're going to take the top one here. And we've got Mars. And this will be a new one. I have not read Mars yet. Force. The energy of our full moon. Oh, I am so excited for clear skies. This weather the last few nights has not been very lovely. I got to do this before the sun is completely down and I can't see. I guess the number on that card would have helped me find this faster. Mars and Force. War does not determine who is right, only who is left. Bertrand Russell. The Mars card suggests there is something you may have to fight for. The red planet, fiery Mars, is named after the god of war and agriculture, the primary military deity among the Romans. All festivals for Mars in ancient Rome were in March, the month that heralds in the solar time of Aries, the sign that Mars rules. Named by ancients the bright and burning one, Mars is considered an inner planet, so that means it is capable of being seen by the human eye. Its landscape is reddish-orange, and pictures often show an unfathomable pink sky. Mars makes us shove. Ooh, Mars makes us. Try it again. Mars makes us shove hand. See, that just doesn't. No, shove hard. Oh, goodness. Makes us shove hard in a way that other planets don't. This is a bit challenging for me. One might call him the bully among the planets. I don't really like being a bully. Maybe that's the issue. All right. Mars is the ruler of sexuality and aggression. It is a lustful planet that drives us, allows us to face the difficult challenges in life, and to follow our passions, no matter what stands in the way. If we did not have a Mars, we could not know how to fight. Just to say, I am Aries and I am ruled by the planet Mars. This card also means to push back in terms of defense. When Mars is strong in a chart or a reading, you may either face aggressive situations with a need to confess or defend, or an intense, rousing sexual encounter which may or may not involve romance. Well now, Mars indicates overwhelming attractiveness. No, attractions. I should have maybe brought a little light with me too. This card also means to push back. Oh, see, look, I already read that. Sorry, y'all. Getting back on track here, maybe a little sidetracked with that overwhelming sexual encounter. All right. This is a time when you feel not only focused but driven. It is a good time to consider goals and desires and not allow them to fall into shadows. Right now, action is needed. It is not a good time to sit back and wait. When this card presents itself, you are being challenged to protect your interest or to move ahead quickly on something. The Mars card indicates a type of passion and drive that is linked to the spirit and life force. In ancient British magic, this type of energy was the cunning fire that enabled men and women to act like gods and goddesses, to create and defend, to build energy, to seek and claim, to force and pursue, thus to change fate. Turning up this card infers that a fire has been lit under the passions, and it is time to achieve what you want in life. At least, you're being shown a clear path. It could be romantic or sexual in nature, or it could also involve other types of relationships. But more importantly, goals that should be pursued at the current time, and as vigorously as possible. It can also indicate a formidable competitor has just arrived on the scene. Other issues to do with this card indicate the law, military, sport, and games. Challenges of all kinds, becoming more physically active and involved, but also fiery tempers and actual fires. The question to ask now is how to take action. How do you create momentum to achieve your goals and dreams? Have you been challenged to protect your own interest? Are you being pushed so hard by something or someone, or too hard? How do you close your path to get what you want? And are you willing to battle? Has someone or a situation challenged you to a fight? The corresponding tarot card is the Emperor. Well, I kind of stumbled a whole lot on that one. Thank you for enduring with me and joining me for another sunset read. I'll be back in the midnight witching hours. Have a wonderful evening, y'all, and enjoy fireworks.